Alrighty, we are ready to kick off our second PigTalk live here, all the way at Nampo Expo. We are having this PigTalk in the PIC stand, in the PIC Pig Hall. And this PigTalk is not only for online audience, it's also for you guys walking past here, looking at us, greeting us, and we are also happy to see you on the other side of the camera. For this episode, my guest is none other than Justice Mutibatsi. Hello, Justice.
Good afternoon, Margaret.
Pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
Justice is part of the technical services team of PIC Africa, and we are going to tackle the topic of pig farming for beginners, a little bit of artificial insemination, and then we will end off this session with 5 fire questions that I have specifically made for Justice.
I'm born ready.
Justice, talking about pig farming for beginners, what is the most common question that you will get from pig farmers that want to start with pig farming?
Can I make money with pig farming?
And what's your answer normally?
My answer is definitely a yes, but when you do it right.
What's right?
Right is following the fundamentals right, looking at your environment, your management, genetics, feed, health, etc.
It's like the foundation of a building that must be in place.
It's very important to make sure that the fundamentals and the foundation is done right.
If we talk about size, what size is an economical unit? How many sows do you have to really make money?
I think for me it's quite debatable because based on my experience, I had guys under 50 sow unit doing well, but also we say that it's more on the economic of scale. Numbers don't lie. So when you look at a 750 sow unit which is commercially viable, and also looking at maybe a 50 sow unit for a beginner, for an example, it's more on the consistent production, being efficient with what you are producing. You can have more sows, but your production less. You have ghost sows. But you can have a 50 sow unit, but being efficient and being if you're running it effectively. Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. If you farm effective and efficiently, there is money in pig farming. Just as so, I want to start with a pig farm. What is the check boxes that must be checked for me? What must I have ready to start successfully?
I think this one you can't miss. You need money. You must have money. And also, having money, you must also be able to see tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. What do I mean by that? Most of the mistakes that our upcoming farmers or the business make is not being able to project for the coming 3-5 years. Being realistic with their figures to say, when I look at my pricing per kilo and also looking at my costs, and what am I going to get at the end? So you need to be able to project the coming 3 to 5 years. And then you need the EIA, you need water rights, you need the land, you need the housing, you need genetics. You need also good quality manager, which actually in the pig industry we are struggling with to get the good quality managers at the moment. A good stockmanship.
To look after your animals.
Yes.
How long does it take after you've started your piggery, your first sows are in, you have all the things that we just discussed? How long will it take before you'll see your first income?
It depends. How long do you have? Do you have a whole afternoon here?
Tell us, spill the beans.
All right. So when you start with, let's say, I'm going to give 2 scenarios for an example.
Yes.
When you start with a gilt, let's say 10 weeks old, because of when you look at our price list, it's actually cheaper. But how long do you wait for it to start breeding? So you still have 20 weeks that you must pass by, provided also she does come on heat at the exact date, in exact weeks. So now that is 20 weeks that you have to wait, and another 16 weeks of pregnancy, and another 22 weeks of waiting to sell. So basically, you are looking at more than a year only by feeding and no income. And then when you take the route of a pregnant girl, you're looking at she comes to your farm. She's 6 to 8 weeks pregnant. And then she stays for 2 months on a farm, she gives birth, and then another 5 months. So you're looking at within 7 months, you have started selling the offspring.
And that also ties back to the previous question on what do you need to start up your piggery. You need basically feed for your animals for plus minus a year before you'll see an income.
Feed always a big contributor because buying pigs and having your small shed, it's easy. But being consistent with being able to afford feed without any income, it's always a stumbling block.
Yeah.
We have seen a lot of upcoming farmers, or we've seen a lot of farmers failing because of they didn't project on, or they didn't project, or they did not plan anything on the feed side.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to move on now to AI. Now, AI in the common tongue these days is artificial intelligence, but for pig farming, it means something different. It means artificial insemination. Justice, what's the most common misconception about artificial insemination in pigs?
I think two misconceptions. One, they think that they are eliminating the presence of the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, and then secondly, is to think that after here is a sow is on heat, you do AI and then you're done. No, it's actually a long process because with a guild you need a proper guild development, and then making sure that her cycles is also being recorded, and making sure also that she's got a strong immunity prior to the mating, and then monitoring her heat cycle and her weight as well. So then with the sow, you need to make sure that she is well fed the first week when she gives birth at farrowing, because that very first week determines her subsequent litter.
Yeah.
We need those more follicles to be produced so that we can have a good chance of high born life, which is what we want.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you hear, artificial insemination is not just about the technique, it's much more, and you still need a boar if you want to do the artificial insemination.
And in addition to that, you still need to do management post-mating.
Yeah.
You cannot move that sow within a month or mix this with the sow with other sow that they've been previously mated or they are due to be mated, because now you also disturb the implantation in the process. So you need to make sure that the management post-mating it's also been taken into account.
Just as on that note, you are also doing the artificial insemination courses. Can you tell our audience a little bit about the courses, the artificial insemination course?
Okay. We do have artificial AI courses annually. I think this year we've got 3 for the year. So what we cover, we look at the overall advantages and disadvantages of artificial insemination and the management, the AI procedures and the management post the artificial insemination.
All right, so if any one of you are interested in these courses, you can have a look on our Facebook page for dates. You can also email finance2@picrsa.co.za to book your course. All right, Justice, my next question to you will be, is pig semen fresh or frozen?
It's fresh. It's fresh before it becomes frozen. So the semen that we are delivering to our clients on weekly basis, it's fresh. But for our nuclear farms, we do get frozen semen every 7th week. So to better our genetics, so that also the farmers can benefit from the genetic growth, also to close the genetic lag that we might have, but at the moment we don't have any.
So semen that we import is frozen?
Correct.
And then semen that we send out to customers is fresh?
Fresh from the boar.
I see that you have some sachets here. Do you want to show the audience how it looks like?
Of course, I wouldn't miss that opportunity. So this is how the semen look like. This is a L410 semen. So it comes fresh, delivery from the farm fresh. And then I've got a catheter here that we use when we do the artificial insemination.
So that's yellow, it's a colorant, right?
Correct.
That's added to the semen.
Correct. So it's only to differentiate the type of the breed so that we don't mix, because we've got various lines.
Okay.
So we don't want to send the wrong cement to a wrong farmer. So we want to ensure that what you ordered is what is delivered.
All right, now we are going on to the 5 fire questions for Justice. Justice, are you ready?
I am born ready, Margaret.
All right. Question 1, pigs or cattle?
Debatable. Depend where you asking me from. So in your case, because we are in the pig industry, then I will say pigs.
Once a stockman, you always a stockman. Second question, Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates?
Without fear or favor, Kaizer Chiefs.
Question 3, solo journey or a strong team?
Strong quality team.
Yes, I mean.
That is well built. I mean,
Yeah.
like if, for an example, even when you look at our PIC team, very dynamic, very vibrant. So this team I'll take even when I go to fight.
Yes. Question 4, what's the best advice a mentor ever gave you?
Always brighten the corner where you are.
You must explain that one.
Make sure that it doesn't matter. The moment you accept any job or any challenge, remove the negativity around it.
Yes.
Even if you see the negativities will always be there. But make sure that you come victorious and you always be positive in that specific task that you are doing.
I'm into that one, sure. Question 5, what does success mean to you?
Success is not a destination. It's a journey.
Yes.
It's personal growth, determination, working hard, dedication. So that's for me. And being consistent, having consistent growth, it's a success for me. It doesn't matter with what percentage am I growing, but an inch is a growth for me.
Yes. Oh, Justice, that was very nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me here on the couch here at Nampo. We really appreciate your time. If you watch this session up until here, please comment the word AI in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe our YouTube channel to stay updated with all the talks that we have about pigs. Thank you. Until next time.